So, recently we recruited the homie Kyoko's Garden on the Music Mondays staff team. Huge shout out to them for joining. But we are still recruiting for the Music Monday staff team. We are on the hunt for any writers, journalists, curators, designers, content creators, underground enthusiasts, anybody that is very much interested in joining the Music Mondays staff team. So, Wet, what's good, homie? Hope you're well. Welcome on in. So when it comes to recruiting, a short breakdown of all the roles. So when it comes to writing, obviously you'll have a little bit of responsibility when it comes to a monthly article, because we have enough staff writers at this point, as to where you only have to write an article once per month. So when it comes to that, that's sort of your main responsibility. And when it comes to article details, I'm sure the majority of you guys have seen or read or even clicked on a few of our articles, right? So you kind of know what that entails, but you're free to kind of take liberty on how you want to structure certain things. So when it comes to a writer journalist role, people who want to do interviews, reviews, think pieces, more intimate Music Mondays segments, like In Case You Missed It Monthly, that one's really important. So that's more the writer role. When it comes to designers, obviously designers are very crucial to Music Mondays, but that doesn't mean that, you know, you're only kind of designing within Music Mondays ecosystem. We have a lot of segments like Staff Design Showcase, a couple of other smaller segments where we kind of show off designers in the aspect of like freestyle designs, or again, Staff Design Showcase, things like that, where they're not really limited to Music Mondays content, compared to like, say, a SoundCloud Sunday cover or Underground Classics or anything like that when it comes to graphics. So it's a very like 50-50 trade-off when it comes to designers. But as far as your responsibility goes, again, nothing too overly stressful. Of course, unless we're working on like, some kind of like a bigger projects that need flyers or things like that. But for the most part, what you see is really what we essentially would want. So something like a SoundCloud Sunday cover, Underground Classics, thumbnails, certain smaller shit. So again, if that's something you're interested in, definitely let us know. But our third biggest role is a curator. So our curation team is about 3 deep right now. And that's a very interesting kind of role, because it's probably the easiest. But that doesn't mean that it doesn't require like a little bit of elbow grease when it comes to actually finding tracks that not only deserve slots on some of our playlists, right? Like SoundCloud Sunday, things like that. So being a curator, again, is definitely easier than most roles, but again, it's definitely something that is pretty delicate, because the majority of our staff picks always kind of get shown love, but they also have to be tracks that are deserving, you know what I mean? Not just in the aspect of like whether you or me think it's good, but whether the artist is hardworking, they're putting out consistent music, the song's actually good. There's so many reasons why curation is important. So on a surface level, it's pretty easy, but if you really wanted to like get into the nitty gritty of it, it's definitely something that's you can get real technical with, for sure. So again, that's another role. If you're interested in that, definitely let us know. I think the fourth biggest one, so we have writer, designer, curator, and our fourth biggest one is content creator. Now, a content creator is kind of like a broad term, but I'd rather use that term than something like a YouTuber or like a short form content creator. So, kind of a media personality, but you won't be doing just media. So if you're interested in picking up any of the Music Mondays YouTube series, like Feature Friday, Workshop Wednesday, the breakdown behind the merch, things like that, or you have a new idea and you're like, yo, I'm trying to do some short form content, I want to do TikToks, I want to do this, I want to do like 30-second breakdowns and things like that. So we're very open when it comes to the media aspect of things, because again, it's something that we're very consistent with, right? You can always expect 2 YouTube videos a week. You can always expect short form TikToks and things like that. But as far as like stuff outside of our regular content, we're definitely open to anybody who's like, yo, I got an idea and we have the platform. You know what I mean? So we're absolutely down. But outside of that, there's definitely smaller roles that we're looking to fill, but those are the most important as far as like what makes Music Mondays kind of um roll smoothly. So again, if you're interested in any of those roles, definitely let us know, and we'll be happy to have that conversation with you. And again, obviously, all the revenue that Music Mondays gains through anything like YouTube, the Patreon, things like that, 99.9% of it goes right back into the platform, right? Website costs, social media, our SoundCloud, so many other things that are just small. As we grow, of course, things will change, and we'll kind of have to readjust for the current community that we have. But when it comes to that, it's very much a everything goes right back into the platform process at the moment. But again, that's something that could always change, and that's something we're looking to change. But for right now, we're very focused on the growth of Music Mondays and very much like putting the brand first when it comes to a financial aspect of things. So that's very, very important for us. And that's pretty much why we keep everything to a bare minimum when it comes to submissions. All of our submissions will always and always have been free. Um, the majority of the features that we offer are extra features, right? You want to get more involved with the Patreon, you want to support the platform, you want to get extra stuff, you want to get unreleased stuff, you want to get stuff early. That's where we kind of put all that sort of thing. But as far as the base of Music Mondays, everything will always be free. So that's something that will never change. But you might see some new platforms or um, new segments or new pieces pop up here or there. But the core of Music Mondays will always stay the same, for sure. So that's what's good with recruiting. So definitely let us know if you're interested in any of those roles. If you have any more questions, you're like, yo, how does this work? Yo, what are you doing here? Yo, this, that, and the third. Pretty much anything. Feel free to send us an email, send me a message, send Music Mondays a message. Feel free to contact any of our staff as well. All of our staff profiles are located on the contact page of Music Mondays. So if you're ever interested in contacting a writer individually, a designer individually, or anybody else, all that information is listed on the contact page.